So this next stage is where the game basically teaches you the dangers of bungee jumping. Bungee jumping kills over 5,000 Native Americans a year, probably. That eye is like, it's really scary because there's something down there that's gonna kill you. Basically, this guy is like, he's some just jerk, like, I don't even know, he's just a jerk, like, he's a snot jerk. I don't even understand, like, why. This is actually easy until the end, and then it becomes a horrible fucking nightmare until you know what to do, and then it's easy. Kinda. But yeah, you just gotta knock his ass into the wall until his snot breaks off. Although, if you have a rope and he has snot, then it doesn't even make sense, because snot, my mucus can't do that, and I have like really bad congestion, so. Unless it's like alien mucus. It probably is because it's sentient. Sentient means that something has a will of its own, like because it has eyes. So you know it's like living snot, and it also has like a bad attitude because it has a mohawk. Like if your snot has a mohawk, you probably have bigger problems than a video game. Like you're probably in some weird altered state of consciousness, or you're like really fucked up in the head. You probably have like paranoid schizophrenia. Which is, I'm not insulting schizophrenia, but that's probably what's happening. Like, it wouldn't make sense otherwise. Like, if you told, like, a doctor that your snot had a mohawk, they'd be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And you'd say, oh, well, I'm a worm, but I found a super suit in the dumpster. So this is where the game gets, like, really jerky, and it gets hard until the end, like, really hard. But this part's really fucking annoying. It's gonna look easy, but until you learn to play this specific way. If that thing bites you at the bottom, you're just fucked. It's like, oh, you were playing a video game? Not anymore, dumbass, because I'm just gonna end your game. Like, it's like your mom disconnecting your PlayStation. It's horrible. This is like worse than type 2 diabetes. I don't even know. Come on. You can't even hit him on the right. You have to be on the. You have to be here, and you have to wait and not get killed. And when he goes there, then you have to hit him. That's the only way. He's a jerk. He's the biggest jerk in video games, in my opinion. He doesn't even belong in our century. He's like from the late 90s. He's like from 2 centuries ago in the 90s. Fucking balls. Die, you jerk off. Like, what is your problem? I thought video games are supposed to have fun. This isn't fun. This is mean. Ah! This is why the ESRB exists, because games like this are just so evil. Like, no, if you bought this for your kid would kill himself. He'd be dead in 3 days if you gave this to your child. You'd have a dead child. You'd just go in your room and you'd see him. He'll have strangled himself and scrawled in blood like the bungee cord. The fucking bungee cord. I mean, but if you buy your kid old, like, SNES games, that's child abuse anyway. Get him, like, a PS4 or one of those newfangled devices, because... I mean, games back then were hard, but we had a tougher life back then, you know, back back in the 90s. Kids today, they have it easy. Like, most games today, like, you don't even have to beat them. Like, you can just, like, get, like, a special item. Like, buy an E helmet, and the E helmet, like, lets you beat the game by pressing a button if you spend more money on the helmet in real life, like, real life money. And that's like that's like the future of games. Like, it's just gonna be whoever's the richest will win the video game, and that's horrible because video games aren't about who's the richest; they're about who's the poorest. Because the more money you have, the more you're working, and the less time you have to beat the video game. It doesn't even make sense unless you were like a rich investor of pornographic videos or something. Like, it wouldn't even make sense. This is really mean though. Like, what jerk designed this? I've been doing this for like 3 hours. This is like my whole life now, and I was like gonna like do other stuff. Like, I was gonna like write my own version of Walden, except instead of a cabin, like, it's like he's in a dumpster outside of like a TGI Fridays. But it was gonna be really deep because, I mean, what a lot of people don't realize about Gossamer is one does not dissect Gossamer. I heard that on Seinfeld, but it's true. And it's a ye old expression, okay? Thank you. My life is now complete.
Groovy.
I'm not even halfway through this shit. Like, what the fuck do you want from me, game?